Is this your card?
No. Yeah, you little Houdini, that is it.
Daddy, I did it again!
Titties and beer. Little titties and beer. I thank God Almighty for titties and beer.
If Stephen Bush can do it, so can I. Hopslam 2024. I don't know what the hell happened. It was like 3 months ago. I was reviewing 2023, so I don't know if I had some aged 2023 because it was gone and then it reappeared and this is it. And according to the date, that does jive. Turkey. Sucker. Okay, so as full disclosure, this may not be the first little drinky poo. I got home from lunch and Mike said, "You want to come over for some goulash? Watch El Dorado and drink a bunch of beers?" And I went, yeah. You know, it was like 1967 or something like that, 66, when El Dorado came out. And there is a couple of fucking hot-ass chicks. Mike goes, okay, this chick is about to show up, and I'm just, what do you think of her? And I'm like, she died in 2018, but back then she was hot. Brunette, long hair, eyes that would make you write bad checks all day long. Michelle, I don't remember what her name is. First name was Michelle. She was also in the movie Beach Party. So I was able to find some pictures of her with a lot less clothes on than a cow. She was dressed as a cowboy in El Dorado. Go figure. I've never seen El Dorado. Have now. Okay, so, oh my God. Oh, bad. Look at the head on that. Bet you could, balance a quarter on it and not have it sink. Or Matt's dick. Quarter's bigger. Weighs more. So, and I really don't want Matt's dick soaking on top of my beer. Hey, look, it's my ex. Okay, so Hopslams, they are an interesting beer to review every year. If no other reason, it's material. But they do vary. It's not always the same. I don't even, what Steve gave 7.5 or an 8 or I don't know. I don't want to be influenced by his bullshit. By the way, Steve, you're looking pretty good today. Noticed you in them jeans. Okay, so I can't smell it through all of this head. So we'll just get into it. Cheers. Oh, it's 10% too, by the way. Okay, on Jesus, Matt's tits are bigger than hers, but she is better looking than that. There is no alcohol or booziness to it. Some years there's a little bit more of this and a little bit more of that, and some years they've been really overly honeyed. This has more of a hoppy and a drier, bitter finish than I remember. The last one I thought was, I probably gave it a fairly high rating, but in the big scheme of things, drowning all that hoppiness and alcohol in honey. Kind of like this one a little bit more. It has more of kind of a hoppy, dry kind of thing going on. It ends with leaving almost like a hop rug on my tongue. So I'm running the time machine today. Billy, just so you understand here, Sharky shot this one, but not this one. And in the big scheme of things, why would you want to shoot this one when this one exists? I know. This is what started it all. Everybody's putting up these goddamn Moe's and the Gaunt videos on YouTube, like almost a decade ago. And it was like, okay, fine, I'm going to go up to Dunham Sports, and, you know, it was like $89 when I bought this. $89. Now I actually get people sending me messages. Hey, I watched your what to look for when purchasing a Moe's and the Gaunt, and I can't remember if I said what I paid or not, and I probably did. And they're like, I got one right now. Yeah, it's like the cheapest one I found. And oh, excuse me. It was so rude. Almost as rude as that douchebag. God, that would be great if he like passed on in Never Never Land. But when he fell down the stairs, could he please fall on Kamala Harris to wipe that piece of shit out? Sorry, I digress. Yeah, that's like the cheapest one I've been able to find in the area, and they want $695 for it. And I was like, wow. Sorry, got some jizz in my eye. $700 for a Moe's and the Gaunt, and back when I purchased this one, I could have literally bought 7 of them and paid less. So, knowing what I know now, back then, when the guy rolled the crate of them out, I should have just said, "Yeah, I'll take that one." Which one? Yeah, that one right there. Because I could have just sat on them, and now I could have just been one of them dicks that paid $89 and sold them for $700. I could even offer various levels, like, okay, I put a Huber Concepts trigger in this one, and instead of having a 13.5-pound trigger, which this one did not, which is why I purchased that one. The hex receiver that I had, on the other hand, was like 12.5 or 13 pounds. And that day, you know, also knowing what I now know, $89 for these, and $99 for like Ed's SKS. I mean, I could have even gone through them. Lord knows if I would have been able to find one like what Ed gave me. That one's over the top. It's not like a Chinese Norinco or anything like that. That one's actually a same lineage as my redhead, or used to be redhead. I'm really having remorse on that one. I know. Your word, something Mr. Holster and Ed and all those people have taught me over the years, is your word means more than any legal document. But at this point in time, I wish I just had the cash equivalent to pay that debt off and not lose the redhead, but oh well. I mean, it's going to a good home. Asshole. Fucking asshole. Yeah, so 89 for a Mosin, 99 for an SKS, and 129, $129 for an AK-47. I mean, there's so much shit you could do with a time machine. I mean, hang on a second. I got to take a little dash back in time and buy a crate of Mosins, SKSs, and AK-47s, and then when I drop those off, I'm heading back, and I'm gonna look at a Superbird and some Kudas, and one of my absolute personal favorites. And they kind of, when you squint one eye and look at them, kind of, yes, look the same, is the Plymouth GNX and the Chevy Cayenne. It's like so many people just like never purchased the Chevy, and the thing is just it's like a monster that looks like something maybe grandma would drive, but no bra club, love it. Okay. Once again, I said it and don't forget it, because when you come back, it's not going to be where you left it. Wow. Wow. First in is Heaven, Hell, Spirits. First, maybe second. Howdy. What the fuck? Sorry, I blew up right there. Poco sub-comment, nah, not today. Eric's early, so Smile Money must have been taking his afternoon nap. Din, keep that casino's name out of your mouth. Smile Money, here. Oh, he woke up from his nap. El Tenda, salute. El Tenda, when are you going to come visit? Holy shit! Your Hornet Fixer. Fuck it, I showed up. He said fuck it, and YouTube didn't delete Jim's comment. Sub-comment from Poco. Oh, hi, how are you? Cold-hearted bastard says, glad to see you here. And Sharky said, glad to see you, Jim. Hell yeah. Oh, shit's going bad. What the hell is holding this on? Oh, I taped it. I taped it in my magical... my Firefly. See? Right here behind Marvin. Marvin with rocking out with his Glock out. I mean, how did it get turned around? Who the hell put this on here? What kind of loser? Personal favorite. Jim. Would you like to paddle your pickle on those? Asking for a friend. Firefly. Jim. Word. Miss you, Jim. Jim, you should take a vacay. Just like I might have told somebody else, alone with company, loser, if there is going to be an opportunity where my schedule is wide fucking open. I don't, in the past it was like I would tell them when I was going to take a vacation, and then I had to deal with the grief of whatever was going on in our schedule. But right now, it's just me. Well, a little snappy right now. Sorry. Of course, on the other hand, I have no future lined up for me. And this week, if I have anything, it'll be a couple of days next week, and then, well, then we got to open the Hurt Locker. Yeah, it's too bad the Subaru dealership is a bunch of fucking spineless cunts. They would rather continue to pay people that the rest of the staff doesn't like. Like, for instance, true story. Their cleaning girl is a useless cunt who would rather spend her time getting paid hitting on a guy who thinks she's compulsive, repulsive, ugly, nasty, fucking just get the fuck away from me. And she doesn't do shit. And a bunch of the mechanics bitched about the fact that, bitched about the fact that she didn't do her job, and she bitched saying, well, I can't do my job because so many of them show up on a Saturday, their day off, to work on their own vehicles with their tools, of course, in a well-lit bay that with a lift, that instead of supporting their fucking techs, they went to all the techs and said, well, you can't bring your personal vehicles in on a Saturday, or maybe even not at all anymore, because she wasn't able to get her cleaning done. Oh, Sam goes, you fucking lazy bitch. If you were actually doing your job, it wouldn't have been an issue. But instead, they took the side of a useless cunt, and the people that bring the bread and butter into the facility get the, now you can't work on your own vehicle on a Saturday because the fat, ugly fucking cunt that's hitting on everybody can't get her shit cleaned. And then, of course, the job that I wouldn't mind having, being able to maybe do some part-time shit, trying to find people that are willing to pay me too much money to fix shit on their houses, and then in between be a valet driver. You know, if someone has an oil change, I would drive you to your work and then come pick you up when your car's done and bring you, that kind of thing. The guy that has the full-time position in this is hated by everybody, but they don't want to let him go. They don't want to, like, along with the lazy ugly cunt that doesn't do her job, they are afraid to, they are afraid to, we don't want to fire her because we fear all the bitching and moaning that will happen. Who gives a fuck? If she's not doing her job, it's like, hire me. I'll drive people back and forth and clean the rest of the time. I'll clean around the awesome techs that are there working on their vehicles. Happy people are productive people. Now you're turning the whole place into, so you don't give a shit about the people that, and it's sad, but I'm watching from somewhere else through a little tiny window. I'm watching the demise of a company because of the way that it treats 99% of the techs versus the one fat lazy piece of shit. But seems like wherever you go, you always deal with that. I mean, at the company that I came from, I was that person. Fuck you, McLean. So, I know it comes as a surprise that I can't get, more than 5 feet away from the VP9 Tactical. But my in-the-house gun, because it's fucking awesome. So Phil, the most awesome set of sights, period. The True Glow So you got the fiber optic followed up with the tritium tubes. So like I said, that back is nice and dished out. So when you're at the range shooting, you just cup the bottom of the front sight at the bottom of that and squeeze the trigger and watch shit happen. I also noticed that this was going jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. And when I said that, oh look, I found the little bag of Olight parts, and in here is the 1913 piece. I bet you this one says GL on it when I take it out. Oh, sure it does. But the VP has the 1913 rail, so I put that in there, and yeah, I so much love this thing. And Phil, as you see, there's also a forward slash on those. So if you had to, say, rack this off of the side of a table or your belt, or I always jokingly say, but am I joking? If two people come at you after you've got rid of the first one, you can open his mouth and then, rack around off of his teeth. Or if you're one of these people that walk around carrying without one in the pipe, which to me makes absolutely no sense at all. And I know people go on and on about how, it only takes a minute moment for you to pull your gun out of its holster and then rack the slide. Well, many people have pointed out that may be the difference between you dying and not dying. So if you're offended by what I'm saying, there's nothing I can do about it. If you take it and move forward with it, it also depends on, where are you in life in carrying. I will admit, when I first started carrying, I didn't fully understand the dynamics of how a striker fired pistol worked. So after I got past carrying it without one in the tube, and decided that that even back then, this was long before my YouTube days, this was when I was married to the hooker, I decided to start carrying it with a round in it. And I remember like putting it in the holster, and when I walked around, I was like, well, just in case it goes off, I better yeah. So it's cause and effect. Something has to happen before on a striker fired. Now, carrying like say a 1911 with the hammer back and the safety off, that is a completely different scenario. But no, cold-hearted bastard, Phil. These are just, if I could afford to, I would put this on anything still in my carry rotation that it makes sense. Like me and Sharky were talking about, it's almost a damn shame that they don't make a suppressor height sights version of these. But I will, Sharky, as we've talked about, I am impressed with these. These things are almost wear your sunglasses at night kind of bright. So I'm not disappointed at all. And honestly, if you told me, hey, look, Eric, I found a set of True Glow sights that are these, but they're suppressor height sights, would you swap them out? I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would. As much as I love, especially because you can order different contrasts. Do you want a green front? Do you can get these so that the back set glow green at night, but the front glows orange, kind of like on the G20. That is a 2R1, and then the front is a different. I I tell you why. And Sharky will definitely be nodding his head. Yes, I understand the thought. These were perhaps the biggest bitch. To go back and do it again, maybe take a small diamond file and just make one pass to make it a little bit easier. I mean, I did do the whole using Loctite as a lubricant because I thought, oh, maybe they'll move around. I can guarantee you can take that set screw out of there with zero concern that rear sight is ever going to move. And thank God. And as a matter of fact, I was starting to wonder if I was about to break the brand new sight pusher that I purchased just to do this project. But we did it. We spent a considerable amount of time going, okay, it looks like it's centered. Okay, we should move it that way a little bit. Oh, we should move it that way a little bit. If we need to go back just a hair. Oh shit, it's 2 hairs. Now we need to come. We spent about a 6-pack of beer of our lives getting those positioned right where they are, and I'm still considering starting a fund so that I can just purchase a brand new one of these and keep this old piece of shit for myself, because these are the two greatest carry pistols in my rotation. How much would I actually carry this? I don't know. Maybe I'd still carry it, but when it comes to going to the range, this thing, before I put the True Glow sights on it, was an absolute tack driver. Now it's a tack driver, and the only person, if she's watching, the only person that I handed this to that wasn't impressed was Bunky, and it was because of the trigger. She was so used to her $5,000 1911s that when she squeezed the trigger, she thought maybe something was wrong with it because it didn't go off. And I was just to squeeze it just to add a few more pounds to your trigger. Okay, there you go. But the HKs are just hands down some of the finest firearms you would ever get your hands on. Collectively, obviously, there's a lot more rounds through the VP9 than there is through the VP9 Tactical, but this thing hasn't had. Even Sharky, in the middle of fucking up shooting everything that I handed him, this did not screw up at all. So, that's why I feel that I adopted a kid that was, you thought maybe be a little rough around the corners, and after spending, 5+ years of your life with him, you realize how awesome he really is. And yeah, I don't know. I might have to start dropping money in a fund so that by the time the fiddler comes playing, there'll actually be 3 of them here, and Poco says a little early today. Don't judge. Then he says, that's what she said to himself. Mike says cheers. Cheers, Mike. Poco says vanilla shake and rum. Well, that could be good. God damn, that's not the nipple there, is it? Sorry, I got sidetracked. Salty says, stand and be naked. So, let me finish this out. Mr. 27 says no, and then the ninja says party pooper, and then Mr. 27 says yes. So, Salty, who is one of my Patreon members, so he saw the Pink Squirrel Patreon video where me and Christine made the pink squirrel. He decided to try to duplicate the pink squirrel. And my exact comment to him, being about as accurate as I think I could be, is basically Salty said he was making a steak dinner, but didn't understand why it didn't taste like a steak dinner when he made the steak dinner out of Twinkies. I'm not even gonna pretend I can. Hang on, this can only be like another 15 seconds or so. Okay. So he I believe he did not have a single one of the ingredients to make a pink squirrel. So he fabricated. And then when he, right down to, you're supposed to use heavy whipping cream and then put the whole thing in a shaker. Yep, perfect. See, McLean? Just drop right there. Put the whole thing into a shaker with ice, and then you're supposed to just shake it till the thing chills, which that actually happens pretty fast, and then just dump it in a glass and serve it. Well, I wanted, these girls weren't just like slamming these drinks, so I actually made it in the shaker, and then I poured it out over a glass with ice just to get more life and volume for the ladies. And you see, Ninja, without going back and watching my own video, I believe it was these two guys, along with heavy whipping cream. And the reason for, first of all, his turned out to look like something that, I have all sorts of gross things I could say. We'll just say that it turned out to be a brown liquid and not pink at all, thus the pink squirrel. But this liqueur, which turned out to be hard to find and almost $50 for this bottle, where you can get this for like $19. But this was all. So this and 1 part and 2 parts heavy whipping cream, or heavy cream, and shaken violently, not stirred, and then poured. And this is what makes it turn red, or pink, because this is pink. Hey, nice. Wonder if my fingers are getting sticky. Thought maybe McLean was here, but the top wasn't. Yeah. He made like a version of the mudslide, I think. But the end result is what Salty made was actually enjoyable. So he created. He had amaretto, and I don't even remember what the other thing was. Amaretto, something else, and milk. Come on, talk about like on Social Security drink making. Using like welfare drinks. But he said it was good, so. I mean, trust me, I've contemplated going, you know what? If I grab that, what the fuck is that? Oh, never mind. Upcoming. I could just grab like things that sound like they would go together, like the butterscotch schnapps, little amaretto, some vodka, maybe some Baileys. I'm sure by this point in time, no matter what you make up, probably already exists. Ooh, 35 minutes. Making McCline happy, one shitty comment after the other. Cold-hearted bastard. 2 thumbs up in one shot? What the fuck? What, because it was a school night? Rich Huff says, cheers all. Cheers, Rich. Smile money. I could have made the club, but I saw all the comments were hearted. Hey, you could have, because if you watched, I McClined. I got into my McLiner, and I McClined for like 15 minutes. Never give up. Never surrender. She's a little too young for Sharky. But, maybe if she's got some kids, she'd be a MILF or something. Poco, I gave Eric a link to the Battleship board that he said he's not making it easy. Fuck you guys. That's about right. Poco says, Dimitri 5. D5. You're giving me shit? D5 is already been called. It was a hit, and it is on a sunk ship. Jolson says Juliet 2, J2. What the I gave you the J2 has already been called as a miss. Jolson says we need more cowbell. I just kind of feel like for a while Jolson's holding me hostage. Jolson, I still think a nice short action ultra mag chambered in 7mm really could put this deal down. N3, N2, N2. Sorry, is this like a reflex response? N2, 1.
Fake news.
Whatever. Oh, speaking of that, I don't remember who put the study out. It was on the national news, Smile Money. They rated every president. Why? Yes. Oh, God, I could just eat that. They put every president in order from worst to best. Number 1 was Lincoln. Honest Abe. 14. Are you fucking people smoking fucking crack? 14 was Biden. absolute dead last. You guessed it. So as soon as I heard that, I was like, this isn't even a legitimate study. You're going to put him in absolute last place when within the last 4 fucking years you had a good deal on gasoline. We were self-sufficient on oil and gasoline, and the cheapest other than back when I was in high school, the cheapest I can remember ever paying for fuel was under him. And you put him last and put number 14, the fucking retard that can't walk upstairs, doesn't know where to stand, can't remember a goddamn thing, and isn't responsible for anything because this is fucking Obama year 3? Okay, good job. I'm glad that you love to throw your money away. I'm glad that millions of people have marched across our southern border and are diluting everything that is America. If that many people could make it into this country legally, is it as much of a problem? First of all, it would never happen because the only reason that many fucking people are even coming here is because they can basically just walk on through. Do you know how many people walk across the border with a backpack full of fentanyl because they're not detained or even checked? Not to mention, how many terrorists? How many people capable of doing what happened in Israel are now on our soil? Nobody knows. Our own government is on a heightened awareness and is warning a lot of the people that do this shit that we have an emergency. We have an emergency of what has come across that southern border. Terrorists and what they could possibly do. But that's okay. You go ahead and you consider somebody like fucking Biden to be anything other than the total fucking loser. The worst president, only outdoing Obama. The two of them need to be put into a tube and have Elon Musk shoot them to the fucking sun. Because they offer nothing to this country. They put us all in the Wayback Machine. They put America at risk. They put America not first. Oh, I thought your job as the president was to make America first, to protect the citizens of the United States of America. Instead, you have what is fucking happening right now. And when places like Texas go, enough is enough, we are going to fucking build the border ourselves. We are not going to let anybody in. If we are going to turn them around and we're going to fucking send them back. And now this administration goes after them. Any person that puts Biden ahead of Trump as the person that should be leading this country is either suffering a serious dementia, you're fucking stupid, you prove how easily manipulated you are, and you believe the lies and bullshit from the complacent media, or you might as well stick a baby nook in your little mouth because you're a fucking retard. And trust me when I say, that is the nicest way that I could describe most Democrat liberals these days. Mr. 27 says 22nd, then he says, intro Joe Pesci Brubomi. Nice. Then he says, so we're having beer again, huh? Multi-Gunman says, I'm officially banning beer as of now. Whiskey only from now on. And Mr. 27 says, that's against the Brubomi Bible. Sinner. Mr. 27 says, I do usually like the hazy IPAs. Bad. Greetings, Captain. Greetings, my brother. Then he says, bamboo on the rocks is tasty. Yeah, I'm about to need to go into the market again. I mean, Matt keeps coming over here and drinking it all. What a prick. What were these two? I gotta look something up. Was it in this one? No, I don't even know what the fuck that even is. Is it in this one? Seriously? Was that the one that I said I couldn't find? Which means now I... Sorry, I blew up right there. I guess we can just gamble. I put them here, which is usually a sign that they didn't suck. Flask 147 and 146. We'll have a little drinky poo with Grandpa. Grandma, you can... Which one do I do? I want to say one of these was an Octomore, I believe. And then, of course, I recently cleaned again down here, so I moved shit. Okay. That one kind of smells like Octomore. This is bourbon. Proud of her pooper. She's so proud of that pooper. Yeah, this is definitely not Octomore. Mike says the easiest way around mailing the winning rifle lower is to strip it down and send all of the lower parts to the winner and send him the money to buy his own lower. Done deal, no extra FFL BS charges. Well, there isn't anything super ass special left in the lower because I took the buffer tube, the buffer spring, because the buffer is obviously a 308 buffer, and so right now basically it's pins and springs. It has an ambi safety selector, which it wasn't something, I mean, I prefer an ambi control set no matter what. And the trigger, I could go into the pile of triggers that I have and find an equivalent for him. But yeah, no, he basically has all of the good stuff. He has everything right now except for the lower, minus the buffer tube, spring, that kind of shit, and the stock. And I have a set of muffs and a range bag. So I I personally thought, but I don't really have the desire right at this very moment in time to build another AR-10, but I thought that would be the easiest way to go. I mean, it's just it's a palmetto. I mean, it's not saying that there's something wrong with a palmetto, but you know, if we had built this thing off of something like really rare or elaborate, like a Battle Arms Development or something, but you know, this is all that I have my hands on right now. I guess again, it's a Magpul grip. If I was to build it for myself, I would put a Hogue, because I like the Hogue grips as much as her little tight little hiney. But no, Mike, I agree. I thought the easiest thing to do would be is to just send him the money for this, and then he could literally go to Palmetto State Armory and pick himself up one. I mean, if he didn't know how to build, I mean, the Ninja is a builder, and if he's anything like me, he enjoys putting one together. Actually, strangely, Smile Money would concur, I evidently enjoy building them more than, at least I find it easier to build them than I do to get out and actually shoot them. But no, if the Ninja, he never did answer me, but if the Ninja was up for something like that, that would be an option. Is just tell me, you know, how much you want, and then I'll just keep this, and we don't have to worry about sending it to an FFL and this, that, and the other thing. Not sure I even like this trigger. I was like wondering what the reset was like on it, and with your finger on the trigger, it's not resetting. It actually has to kind of bounce. That's not good. Oh well. But no, that's an option. Then again, it is an AR-10, which means I could build something other than a 308, which maybe I could make a 7 Psalm. Never mind. Smile Money says, wait, don't you need an FFL transfer to purchase a lower? Not if you walk directly into the place and buy it. Or you might be able to find a better deal, which Palmetto State is generally pretty hard to beat. But yes. Yeah, Smile Money, if he went, okay, I found one online, I'm going to order that for myself, then you still got an FFL transfer. Right now, though, it's 2. There's a fee. There's a fee on my end, plus yes, god damn it. I'm sure those are real. Either that or it's a carbon fiber reinforced swimsuit top. But if you just overlook that and just go with the landing zone, Mike says, if you mail order one, yes, but if you go to a gun store that sells them, then no. Smile Money says, I didn't know that. Yeah, I mean, right now I can go to I know I can go to at least one place in my area and actually just purchase an AR-15 or an AR-10 lower, and I walk out with it. Mike says to Smart Money, gun stores around my area sell strip lowers, and all you have to do is fill out the paperwork as you would buying a regular firearm and a background check. Smart Money says, okay, so the FFL fills out 3 transfers its inventory and doesn't charge you. Yeah, see, at that point, you're just purchasing it from them. So if they have one and they're selling it for $100, it's going to be $100 plus tax, and you're out the door. Most of the, I mean, now if they had to have it come in, now they're going to hit you with that FFL charge because of all of that paperwork that they have to do. EMT, what's the name / artist of the FJB intro song? Violence overall.
Let's go, Brandon. Come out of hiding. Hear the voice of the people chanting, fuck Joe Biden. You pad your pockets and build.
I will have to get you that through Messenger. I can't remember. It's in the file for this upstairs. The fun thing is like if you tried to Shazam it, you probably ended up getting nothing, because whenever I use it, I never ever get a copyright. So whoever put it out there.
Back broke, Biden crime family needs to hang from a rope. Let's go, Brandon. Come out of hiding. Hear the voice of the people chanting, fuck Joe Biden. Can't cover your crimes up with lies.
No, I guess I can answer it now. Fuck Joe Biden by Brock Hurley. EMT. I still don't get a copyright if you. Well, let me double check. Unless something has changed with that. Let's see. Manage video. Manage vidges. Public restrictions, none. So. Wow, I had no restrictions for the Dimitri, the Sunday Bloody Sunday. I must have that thing separated out enough that it passed. Well, here, in case you don't want to. Okay. EMT says, is 14 minutes and 44 seconds even legal? Gun, violence overall. Are you talking about her? Oh. Well, legally, I'll go with yes. Marriage-wise, probably. No, I don't recommend it. EMT, is Jolson going to get his border wall built before the ships are sunk? Question mark. Well, I can't comment one way or the other, but I salute those shirts that look like you can see straight through. This one is so realistic. I mean, I noticed that the old righty looks like it's hanging a little bit lower. Well, she's got her hand there, so I mean, it's a yeah. Oof. Whew. Multi-gun man, I'm here. Now what? Take off your pants! Mr. 27 said beer, of course, but I know how you feel about that. I like her attitude. Oh, looky here. Oh, bad. Look at that. Getting some good head. I think every woman, well, not every woman at the beach, the ones that I approve of, should wear knitted two-piece. Sorry, my bad. Didn't mean to be over there. Well, I did mean to be right there. And I'll grow up. Cobra, I have an idea. Is it bona fide? Then Cobra says D6. D6 is a hit. Smile money. Okay, I fact-checked. My research suggests that everything you read in the meme streamed from back in 2015, none of it appears to pass the smell test. The 5 cities to be deleted are not all in the top 5 in international homicides each year. If you subtract all of the homicides from the statistics from these 5 cities, we do not drop to 189, we drop to only 4 spots, about 10th. This is based on homicides per 100,000 people. Subcomment from himself. Broadly, the 10 countries with the highest murder rates in the world are Honduras, Venezuela, Belize, El Salvador, Guatemala, Jamaica, Swaziland, St. Kitts, and Nevis, South Africa, and Colombia, while the United States doesn't crack the top 100. I don't know where that puts us. I guess that guy was a fucking liar. McLean? Trigicon, huh? I hear they make good stuff. You turkey? I don't know. I've never owned any of their shit. McLean, Eric, I need 2 life-size cutouts of you and Matt and the inversion chair. I'm working on something. Could be big. Zeus?
Punch your body! Punch your body! Punch your body!
Yes. McLean? Wade, please explain to Smile Money. His opinion on my boyfriend will change once Matt's training has taken hold. Smile Money says, my opinion is always subject to change concerning Matt. Not sure becoming your sex slave will advance him on his life's journey. Then again, it may be like shock treatment. McLean, Eric, can I come over? Sure. McLean, the baby wants a baba from mommy. Mr. 27, more cowbell, please. Jay from Elite Ammunition on the wrong video. Jay on the wrong video. Please use friggin' people use friggin' blue Loctite way more often than they should. Purple is just far much better for things like trigger adjustment screws and other things you want to be able to take on and off or adjust. That's why I said I got purple. If I were to use anything, I'd use purple. But as of right now, I'm not using anything at all. Sharky, Casino Bomi intro, nice. Intro babe, even better. Riding another rifle I didn't shoot, here we go. Sharky, those TrueGlow sights we managed to manhandle onto the VP9 are great. Too bad they don't make them in suppressor height sights yet for the tactical. You know, I have to say, it would be a real dilemma in my brain. Do I take those ones off and put on a TrueGlow? That would make it the ultimate for me. Threaded barrel, optics, suppressor height, TrueGlow sights. Tough call. Tough call. Sharky, Delta 3. D3 is a miss. Sorry, little buddy. Sharky, 35 minutes. Yep, shiny, shiny, shine, shine. Oh yeah. He's talking about the projectile.
Oh, you can.
The sad thing is you seem to always be able to see the Full Metal Jackets or the round nose, but the really good meaty rounds, you don't see shit. Like these guys, you're not going to see anything. I'm not even... This is stacked. I got, I don't even remember what I think, okay, fine, we'll just look. Oh yeah. You know, you're not gonna see anything because it's a crater. It's kind of like my ex-wife's hole, you know. Even light doesn't escape that fucking. It's like a black hole. And these ones, same problem, except for their. Oh. I mean, you get a little peaky right there. So Sharky, we were talking about this. If you had these and you were building the ultimate one, would you do the European paddles with the tactical upper, or leave it with the traditional style mag release? Because I know you can just put this slide on this lower, so you'd be able to have whatever one that you wanted. A button, a baton, or European style. I mean, depending on when this was on my side, when we were like doing drills and shit out or shooting, you know, for me, I just use my trigger finger. I can do it, it's just not comfortable with my thumb. But my trigger finger, that's completely different. It just drops into that location. Now, my complaint about the European style is it puts your finger ejecting a magazine really close to where the trigger is. Where the traditional spot, the traditional spot, coochie coochie, damn right. Okay, have we met the McLean contract requirements? Pressing the button. Yes, we are over an hour. Moving on. Okay. Oh, here we were. We were at the finish line and. What? Last comment, Sharky SH. Lovely outro, babe, in the field. I don't even remember what I even used. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, because I know the way you are. Whole grip. You know it. Sometimes it's hard to tell, you know, what the actual caliber of the gun is because, you know, like Matt says, life hack, if you want your penis to look gigantic, set it on a small chick's tummy. Okay, what happened? What happened? Okay. What do I think of the 2024 Hopslam? I certainly do not remember at this very moment in time what my favorite year was. This one, I like this one because I'm getting less of the honey hiding the hoppiness to it. It has a fairly a fairly hop-forward finish, and it is fairly dynamic. It actually traditions nicely. I'm gonna give the 2024. I'm gonna give this one an 8.5. Yes. I'm going to overlook the tattoo. First of all, she's a ginger. Second, she's curvy. She appears to also have the biggest tits of the group. I know, shallow. We got 4 of you in here at the club. Salty, I'll be your double naked berry. Smile Money says, cheers, clubbers. Cheers, Smile Money. Jolson says, the Two-Hearted Sunny Slopes Club needs more cowbell. Rich says, cheers, clubbers. There's a whole lot of awesome going on right there. Okay, that's it. Okay, tomorrow could possibly be an early one. I may or may not be giving an absolute fuck about the day. Oh, and I'm also having breakfast with Super Dave. Okay, stay safe. And hang on, we gotta see. I'm gonna pass on this one and go for the next, and then we're out of here. Toot toot toot. Oh, those are so fake. I'm so disappointed.